don't normally record myself going up hills. This is the Brickworks climb. Currently 8%, goes much steeper than this, round that corner there. Levels off in the second third, and then shoots back up a little bit towards the end. First time I went up this on a heavy hybrid bike with rubbish gears, big fat chunky tyres, on a cold November day, and me and my brother both on similar bikes. We got up it all. %, 11%, 12, 13, levels off. Done a lot of hills this summer. See if we can catch these cyclists up. This is no headwind. Blue skies this morning. Yeah. Hint of blue skies. A lot of vehicles come up here. Happy birthday, someone. Here we go. Up we go again. And another car that's tuck in. Excuse me. Excuse me. That's heart rate. Heart rate. 179. starting to level off a little. When we get to the top, the views will open up. It's not the last of it. There's a tiny little kicker at the end. But pretty much, we're out of the woods. And that's the Brickworks done. Next, Windgather. Look at them views. Peak District. So yeah, Brickworks for me isn't done until you get to the top of this next crescent. Oh, they flattened this bobbly bit off. Yeah, well, at least they've swept the stones off at least. So you can either do a right towards Bollington and Macclesfield, but that road's closed to cars. You can get through, squeeze through a gap on your bike. Not doing that today. So I'm going to do a left towards Kettleshume and then swing right. Windgather's about a 1.5 mile climb and probably more hard than Brickworks in my opinion. That takes you up to the top of Pim's Chair and then down into the Goyt Valley. Right. This should be quick. I'm taking no chances with speed down here today. No 50-mile-an-hour turns like last time I came on the Specialised. Jesus Christ! This is fast. This is fast. This is faster. Shit. 39 miles an hour. I'm slowing down. I'm slowing down. The surface isn't the best. There's potholes. Let's get home safe, even if it means losing 1 mile per hour. I looked at that climb and thought that's going to hurt. Carried that much speed into it. Only really had to pedal at the top. Right, I see you going up Windgather in a minute. Windgather climb. It's another long, steady climb. Eats away at you. I'm on 10% incline, and it just goes and goes. You just gotta find a gear that you're happy with, that you're comfortable. Find a cadence that you're comfortable with, and that you can maintain. If you've got a Garmin bike computer like this, and you can look at Climb Pro, it will help you to gauge how long's left, how steep, shows you your heart rate. Useful. I've got 1.84 miles left of this climb, currently 11%, and it just goes up and up and up, all the way to Pim's chair. I've been up this plenty of times, and I know, don't go full gas at the beginning. Just got to keep it steady. I've not got a power meter on this bike, I have on the Specialized, but I can see my cadence, I can see my heart rate, so I know my effort. I know how to gauge it and pace it. Ramps up a bit more here. 10%. Ooh, a bit steeper. 11, 12, 13%, 14. If you want to be at the top of the peaks of the bike, you've got to climb. But if you climb and you do it steady, you get a rest on the descent. Here we go. Here we go. It's still going up. It's just leveled off at 7%. There's Windgather rocks. Popular place for hikers, as well as cyclists. Yeah, hikeless, hybrid. Ramps up a little bit, just change gear. I'm keeping my cadence. I'm not changing that faster spin, just what gear I'm in. It plateaus. Build up a little bit of speed, but you'll soon lose that because the gradient shoots back up now. We're not too far from the top. Well, about a mile or so. Here we go. Every time I feel my cadence change, I change the gear. I want my cadence to stay roughly the same. I'm at 90. I'm happy at that. It's getting a bit steeper here. 10%. Now it shoots up. We're going up now. 12%. You can Could always zigzag and weave, which lessens the angle of the incline. Bottom steady. Steady as she goes. Come on. Come on, Leon. Nearly there. And you can enjoy them P-dish reviews. Well, 11%. Cadence is still at 90. Still ain't the top. The top's Pim's chair. There's Windgather rocks. People park up, climb up, sit on the top, enjoy the views. Them views. Bird of prey. Scouring the floor for any rodents, any prey. We're still not at the top. Stop, have a bit of a drink at the top before I zoom down past the Woods Reservoir and then up the Goyt Valley, which ain't steep, but averages around 3-4%, but for about 3 miles, and it's just one of them things where it just gradually eats away at your legs. Hopefully no headwind. Don't know if you can see that, but that's the last half a mile shooting up to the top of Pim's chair. That's where we got to go next, and then down into the Goyt Valley, and then at the end, where there's a little visitor centre and a car park, a bit of a climb up to the Cat Fiddle, and then got a bear left towards Buxton, and then up Long Hill. And then last week I went up Long Hill towards Buxton, which is 5 miles of around 5% incline. Today I'm going to do that in reverse, 5 miles of downhill. And that should send me on my way home. Here we go, it's the last bit of the climb. Currently doing 14 miles an hour. Let's get up out the saddle like I do on the Specialised. It's not as easy for me to get on the saddle on a road bike. The handlebars feel too far away. Excuse me. I'm just going to take my time. What is it? 7-8% incline. Feels like I've got a headwind. I can see Manchester Airport in the distance, you won't be able to see that. I can see Manchester City Centre just poking over the top of that hill. Probably 20 odd mile away now. Right. This is me at the top. Almost. Almost there. Cadence has dropped to 83. Let's pick the pace back up, back to 90. Speed, 9 miles an hour. Incline, 8%. Got to pace yourself on climbs like this. If you go too hard at the beginning, catching your breath while you're still climbing, don't do it. If you can go steady and save something in the tank for the last push, that's the desirable approach. We're almost there. How high are we? Let's have a look. Change the pages on the Garmin. Almost at 1500 feet. About halfway up Snowdon, I think. And where I live, we're at about 100, 150 feet above sea level. So I've climbed around 1400 feet. Pim's Chair, little car park, and this is it. Normally I like to record only the downhill sections because it's more dramatic, but this is the bit I don't normally show, getting up the things. I'll see you on the down. I'm going to go down towards Irwood Reservoir. I'm going to try and record this, but I'm on the road bike, and when I go down low, you might only get the road, so we'll see. Okay, 30 miles an hour. 34. There's a bit of standing water coming off the hills. It's a very narrow road. You can have cars coming both ways. I'm going down, I can get up to 40 miles an hour. And I remember this one tight corner, bearing right. You can't just jump on a bike and do this unless you're experienced. Back up to about 35. Car, right, I'm going to scrub off a little bit of speed. Let's get past it safely. There we go. He's got his daytime running lights on, and so have I. I'm going down in the drop so I get a bit better leverage on the brakes, and this is the tight right. Right, back onto the hoods, head up, look ahead. Bit of grit on the road, wetting patches. I could go down here without touching the brakes, but I'm not. It's just not worth it. And the reservoir, I can see straight away, it's got more water than last time I came here. Right, let's let go of the brakes. I'm I'm not pedalling, and it just shoots straight past 32, 33, 34. Right, I'm letting go of the brakes now. We're safe. And I keep this momentum going down. There's Irwood Reservoir. Behind it is Fernley. Excuse me. We're going through the Goyt Valley. Wish it would have been sunnier, but it's dry. It's not too windy. It's beautiful. That was the Peak District Ranger. It's a walker's paradise. Steady she blows. Currently on 4%, 5%. Bit of a headwind. Just taking my time. 12-13 miles an hour. Gets a little steeper here, 8-9%. Streams everywhere. We've had rain recently, finally. The land has been parched all year, as well as the big moor fire we had here in the Goyt Valley. It's going to level off now, this. Here we go. Now see you. I'll put you back on where it crosses the stream. We're still in the Goyt Valley. We're on the last quarter or so. Goes over a lovely little stream here, and then bears round the corner, and before you know it, you're at the visitor centre. Then I'll have to climb up to the Cat Fiddle road. But I'm not doing the right towards Macclesfield, I'm doing the left. Because I want to go on Long Hill towards Whaley Bridge. Look at that. We're crossing over this stream now. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Still climbing, still 6%. I'm doing 10 miles an hour. cadence is still around 90, it just shows that's my comfort zone. That's a reasonably fast cadence. Some people have stronger thighs and can go up climbs at slower speeds. That takes more of a muscular system. If you're a spinner like me, you need a stronger cardiovascular system, and that suits me down to the ground. And that's it, that's the Goyt Valley. It's the visitor centre. Right, I see you on the Cat Fiddle when we go down. Cat Fiddle Road from the top of the Goyt Valley. Going towards Harper Hill. See why cars should want to try and overtake me, because I'm doing about 35. Last week I came up this. Jesus, it's so windy and the wind's coming from my left, so I've got to be careful on my right turn here. Shall I give it a woohoo? Let's go for it. Woohoo! Not quite fast enough for a woohoo. That should normally when you reach about 40 miles an hour. Still fast though. Woohoo! Why cycle if you can't enjoy it, eh? So glad I put a long sleeve jacket on. It was sunny when I left. I thought, Leon, you're going up in the Peak District, wrap up warm. I could have put my snood on, my new snood. Last day of September, I'm sure I'll be using that over the next couple of months. Here we go. See temporary traffic lights, I can see people braking. Oh, there's traffic. Do I get stuck in the traffic or go up in the path? There's Pavilion Gardens. I'm gonna go get myself a hot chocolate. Too late for a coffee. What the heck? Oh, the circus was in town. climbed Long Hill, heading towards Whaley Bridge, and it's nice, consistent downhill all the way. 5 miles from here. Let's do it. 5 miles downhill. Turn the radio off. I've got open ear earphones. Got the Garmin radar to let me know when the car's coming behind me at speed. I'm in my biggest gear. Smallest sprocket, largest chainring. 27 miles an hour. And it's going to get quicker than this. I'm glad I just had that hot chocolate, warm me up. And a gingerbread man was sat there like a big kid, dipping me gingerbread man in me hot chocolate. Had a little kid looking at me like, oh daddy, I want one of them. I was like, not a chance. You don't have to cycle all these hills, kid. Degrees, very windy, it's a little bit chilly. Got my long sleeve jacket on, and I've got overshorts on top of my cycle shorts. Not quite time for me heated socks that I got for Christmas last year. They're an absolute godsend. Last winter I put them on, even on medium heat, toes were toasty. Just has a tiny little rechargeable battery pack at the top of the socks, like a football sock. You roll it up high, and I was wearing waterproof pants on top of them. And if you keep your hands and feet and head warm in the winter, and your chest, because that's what hits you. So might have to get some thermal base layers, because there was a couple of times when my chest was cold. And if you keep all them warm and keep your legs moving, there's no reason why you can't go out for a couple of hours, even 3 hours. Stop off at a cafe, get a hot drink, spin home, happy days. 50 miles an hour. I don't think we're quite going to reach that speed today. Although I have gone over 50 miles an hour on this bike. It's around 90 kilometres an hour. Proper bum squeaky. After I got knocked off my bike last year, makes me think twice about them sort of speeds, although wasn't coming down off a big Peak District hill at speed when the accident happened. I was almost home. Just a dopey driver. Excuse me. I've got a tissue in my back pocket. I always carry tissues. Yeah. You go downhill at 30 miles an hour with the wind in your face, you soon start sniffling. It's a cyclist curse. I'm going a lot quicker than the speed I was going up last week for a lot less effort. They said my heart rate being 160, it's 120. There's the reservoir that we went past earlier. Now we're on the opposite side. 28 miles in, got about 18 to go. About 46. I'm happy with that today. Right, sorry, I'm going down in the drops. There's your other reservoir, Fernley. I think it's called. I'll have to double check the map when I go home. Not unless I'm getting mixed up with the one from Macclesfield Forest. I think that might be Fernley in Trentabank. Enjoyable this. Soon make up the miles home. Quite a hilly ride today. I've done over 3,000 feet of climbing. Not finished yet. I'm debating, do I go the slightly longer route that's flat, past Furness Rail from Whaley Bridge, or turn left behind Whaley Bridge train station, and that's a serious climb, but then it plateaus and then you drop down into Disley, and it's definitely quicker. If you was to plan a route on commute to where we are now, it would have you going over that instead of going the longer way. The only thing I'm thinking, going up that big climb, not only is it quicker, shorter in distance, looking at the time now, gone 4 o'clock, I'll probably avoid all the traffic going towards Disley, so I'm leaning towards that. Well, we've just left the Peak District National Park. Until next time. Excuse me. Maintaining between 25, 28 miles an hour. I'm doing about 26 now. -2. Should build up a bit of speed, but I've got a headwind. Should I tuck in? You go low, your speed picks up without even pedalling. 26 miles an hour. I just hope I've Still got it in the leg skill this next climb, it's a killer. I think I'm going to attempt it today. I probably had another 500 feet on top of the 3,176 that I've done. Picking up some speed now. Still going 25. I'm having to put some serious effort through the pedals to keep up this speed. I don't know why my Garmin's trying to take me there. I know my way home. We're going to drop any second now into Whaley Bridge. And like I said, if it was in the middle of the afternoon when it's quiet, I'd stay on the main road past Furnace Vale all the way to Disley. But I'm going to hit traffic, and even on the bike, it's a pain. Just about to go into the centre of Whaley Bridge. And I've got so much fatigue in my legs. But one last steep climb, and it is steep. In fact, Garmin Climb Pro just flashed up. Look at it, it's in the red. My oh my. It's either that or you go further, hit traffic. I just want to get home. Here we go, left, and this is the start of the killer climb. There's the train station. Train just pulling in. Reservoir Road, Reservoir Dogs more like. Look, here we go. This goes all the way back up onto the peaks, but cuts out about 3 miles. Right, see you at the top. This road is a shortcut between Whaley Bridge and Disley. It cuts out Furnace Vale and all the other little tiny villages on the way. But I've only come up because it's 4 o'clock and I know the traffic's going to be that way. But what it has done is added yet another steep climb to today's ride, and this is my last climb, but I've just gone past 3,500 feet. It's a hilly ride today. I'm doing 10 miles an hour, up a 7% incline. It's going to level off now, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah. Yeah, we've got this now. Well, instead of sitting behind the exhaust of other cars on the road towards Disley, I mean, yeah, there's a few cars overtaking me, but nothing's holding me up, and I get to enjoy waiting till we turn this corner. I get to enjoy some more Peak District views before we leave. We're actually not far from Lyme Park. We should get a better view in a minute. We're still actually climbing 4%. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. That's the road I've just climbed up. I've still got more climbing to do. Then it plateaus. Then it flies down towards Disley, but they put speed bumps. Chunky little ones. So on a bike, unfortunately, you have to brake all the way down. Bit of a pain. I remember about 5 years ago with my brother, we cycled to Lyme Park. We came out the back end of Lyme Park onto this road, Buxton Old Road, and went down towards Disley, and these speed bumps weren't there then. And we absolutely flew down. And we didn't realise if we turn left, it's pretty flat and goes towards Lyme Park and back towards High Lane and home. We went straight ahead, which is a bit of a shortcut, but we went straight into another steep climb. Probably on 14 kilogram aluminium hybrid bikes. And it's the first time at that point that I've ever cycled 30 miles. Now, I'll probably never cycle less. Right. slightly uphill. I'm going to try and keep my momentum above 16 miles an hour. 17 miles an hour. I just carried my momentum from that slight downhill and just kept the power on. What a view! What a view! That's where I was gonna be. Over there. There's New Mills. Like I said, I knew I was gonna hit traffic. So I sacrificed what was left in my legs for going up that hill then to take a bit of a shortcut and to cut out. It's probably a mile quicker, I reckon, this way. I'll have to check it on commute. Well, we're going to hit the speed bumps any second now. Although, I think I remember there's a very, very, very slight ridge on the left where you can cut out the speed bump here. There we go. It's very narrow and you've got to point the nose of your bike perfectly. There we go. Yeah, I'm going too fast. Slow down. Slow down. That's probably why they put them here. I don't mind speed bumps, but they're that steep and pointy. I literally have to slow to about 15 miles an hour to go over it. And there's no reason why I should come down here that slow. Also as well, to slow myself down to 15 miles an hour coming down this, I'm going to burn through my brake pads. And they're not cheap on road bikes. There we go. That's the bottom. This is Disley. And you can see there's the traffic that I was trying to avoid. Nice bike. If you get a clear run on this road and the lights don't go on red, it can be a very, very, very quick section of your journey home. Currently doing 23. Just gently stroking the pedals, keeping the legs warm. Because because I can see ahead, looking ahead now, cars slowing down. Yep. Lights have just gone on green, so I'm just trying to hold back a little bit, let them cars move ahead. I'm still doing 19. I'm not pedaling. And here we no. I'm not undertaking that vehicle. I've gone down here in the middle of the afternoon and just flown down. No cars, no traffic. No women wanting to cross the road. The lights are on red down there, so hopefully they'll change before I get to them. So my Garmin now will want me to cycle the quickest route home, which I know is to carry on through Hazel Grove, bear left, and then head towards Bramwell and Cheadle. But I know them roads are going to be chock-a-block, so I'm going to cycle slightly longer route down the A555 Airport Link Road, because as its own cycle lane, might be slightly longer. I'm guessing it's going to be quicker. So I'm going to ignore the advice of the bike computer and not go the shortest route, go the quickest because of the time of day. Here we go, we've got a nice clear run ahead. Apple tree. Quit this road. Right, lights are on red, but stand up on the pedals. I can swing this way. Oh, I could have gone that way. Got eyes in the back of your head. Thank you very much. It's nice of him. He had the right of way, not me. The whole 10 miles of the A555 Airport Relief Road. So I'm pretty much at Manchester Airport. I've got about 3 miles and I'm home. So that's me done for today. Nice ride. It's going to end up 47.5 miles. I'm happy with that. It's probably going to be my only ride this week. Again, I'm happy with that. Content with that, I should say. I did think about doing 2 shorter rides, but I actually think if you did 2 shorter rides, when you take into account getting ready, getting warmed up, getting your stuff ready, it will probably end up taking more time out of my day if you added up the hours. So I opted for 1 big ride today. I had a 57-mile ride 5 days ago. Today's 47, so fitness goals met. And Rockmanchester Airport, 2.5 miles from home. Time to go home and prepare my tea. Right, pretty much home. That's it for today. Let's have a look. Oh shit, forgot to start. At the traffic lights, almost 47 miles. Less than a mile to go. So, around 47.5 miles. Happy days. 3,890 feet. And that's me done.